What's up, Sun Rays? Welcome back to my channel. It's Ray. If you're new here, welcome. Today I am going to be doing a wash and go, and in keeping with using up my stash, I am going to be finishing off this Jello shot. So you guys know I tried this a while back. I actually tried it 3 different times, and these things were in my refrigerator and I keep forgetting about them. So as I go through my refrigerator, clean it out and stuff like that, they keep popping back up. So I was like, you know what, I need to go ahead and just finish this off. I don't have a lot in there. It's dark, so you probably can't see, but I have hardly any in here, but I do want to get it used up, and I figured I would do that today. And if I happen to run out of it, then I'm going to go in with the Alake Naturals lemongrass gel, because they have a very similar hold to me. The texture is different. This texture of the Jello shot may be, I mean, it's similar. It may be closer to the frozen, but I don't have enough of the frozen either. And I thought about doing the frozen with this, but I have not perfected the frozen yet. The frozen does flake on me. I've tried it a couple times, and both times it flaked. The lemongrass usually does not flake, and this usually does not flake. So I decided to go in with these two. So I already tried the Jello shot with this leave-in, so I'm not going to use this leave-in. I just wanted to show you that I do have it, and it's used down to here. So if you want to see that video, I'll link it here, along with the other 2 times I used the Jello shot. One of the other times was I used it with the Uncle Funky's Curly Magic underneath it, and then I also used it with the Curl Origin leave-in. So I've used it with 2 leave-ins of different texture, as well as a lighter hold gel. Now I want to go in with the cream to see how it works with the cream. And my cream of choice today is the Trey Luxe Curl Supreme 4-in-1 Hydrating Cream. It needs to be used up as well. As you can see, I have used it quite a few times, and I just figured I would pair it because this cream usually doesn't flake with many things. So I thought, you know, I'd get the best chance of having a pretty good wash and go using these 3 products together. So hopefully that explains everything. So I already have the cream in my hair. I actually applied it in the shower. Not gonna say whether I think that's a good idea or not. It probably feels and applies better on damp hair, but I was in the shower and I applied it on wet hair. Now what I did try to do was wring out my hair to try to get it as damp as possible, and I don't know how well that worked. So anyway, it's already in my hair, so I'm just gonna go on in with the Jello shot. And if I remember correctly, you don't need a lot, and if I remember correctly, I think it applied better to my hair when I rubbed it between my hands. So we are going to try this out again. And if I remember correctly, the Jello shot gave a little bit more of a clumped look than the lemongrass. It gives more of a ramen noodle look. So hopefully my hair won't be looking crazy pairing these 2 together, but we'll see. Trying to take bigger sections, trying not to get it so much on my roots, because I remember back in the day, that's kind of what I didn't like, was the feel of my roots being so hard and crusty that I couldn't fluff up my hair or whatever. So trying not to get it that much on my roots this time. And I'm gonna try to do the same thing with the lemongrass to see if I can get them similar look. Now that I remember, it gives more of a shingled look. Shingled but clumped. So see if I can roll some of these in so they just don't look so crazy. And I'm gonna go in on this side, so hopefully the back will look the same. And if I have to go in with the lemongrass, I can go in with that on the front and it'll look the same versus having one side look this way and one side look this way. I figured I'd let the back look a certain way and the front look a certain way, if that makes sense. So we'll see. And I remember about this Jello shot, now that I'm doing it, is that I did feel like in the beginning using it that I felt like I had to use a lot because I just felt like it wasn't coating my hair like I wanted it to. And I remember saying that in one of the videos that maybe I used too much because I felt like I had to keep going in to get that coated feeling that I like and that I usually get with other gels. So I'm trying not to do that this time, although on this piece I think I may have went in with more than normal. And I did bring a water bottle out here in case I needed it. And I probably should have used it on that side, but I didn't. Because that back section is the section I added product to first, so it's the section that's drying out first. So I still have a little bit left. I think what I'm going to do is go in underneath with the lemongrass and then top it with the Jello shot so it'll look similar, if you know what I'm saying. So this part that's not going to show as much, I'm going to go in some of the lemongrass and I'm going to put it under here. Yeah, see the difference? More ramen noodle-y. Try to wet that a little bit. And then wet it first. And then on this section, go in with the lemongrass. And apply it. And it is a different texture. With similar results as far as hold. And then I'm gonna go in with this top part with the Jello shot. Guys, I don't know if how that's gonna look or not, but that's what I'm doing. So add a little bit of water. And I'm going with the Jello shot. See if I can finish this up. Doing it like this. Okay. And then on this side, same thing. I'm going underneath with the lemongrass. Look at that ramen hair. I hope using a cream will help it to not be so ramen noodly. What I'm noticing, guys, is when I add the water on top of this cream, it causes the cream to liquefy. As y'all see, the white was on my hands, and I feel like it is taking the moisture out of my hair. That's how it feels to my hands now. I don't know if it'll feel like it to my hair as the days go on, but right now that's how it feels. Feels like I don't have a whole lot of moisture. Just got a very little bit in here, so I'm going to still go in with this part with the lemongrass. This part here. And I'm going to see if I can finish up the rest with the Jello shot. The lemongrass is very much thicker than this side, and you can feel it in the application. And I need to check the ingredients on the lemongrass. I don't even remember what the ingredients are, but it feels thick. But you see the white coming up from me just adding water to the cream that's already in my hair, and it feels like it's taking the moisture out of my hair. So let me go in with the Jello shot, see if I can get all this out of the crevices. Going in with the Jello shot. guys. It's gone. It's gone. So empties. So got that used up. I'm excited about that. Okay guys, so this is my hair with all the product applied. I am going to sit under my dryer and I'll be back when it's dry. Okay guys, I'm back from under the dryer. I did stretch my hair a little bit because it was ill-shapen and it was so hard that I did put a little bit of the Curl Origin hair milk on it to try to soften it up a little bit. I did a similar thing in my video, I'll link here, where I used the lemongrass styling gel and I showed me stretching it and then kind of moisturizing it, trying to get it to fluff up because it was so ramen noodle-y. I'll leave it here. And if you remember in that video, my hair turned out really nice afterwards. It still had a lot of definition to it, especially on the ends and everything. This time, my hair does not. It has a whole lot of frizz on the ends. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's just frizzy on the ends on this side. This side is hanging real long. And I tried to stretch this out to reach it. It didn't go. This side is a little bit stringier. Now under here where I use the lemongrass, it feels good. It still feels like there's a hole, but it bounces back. It feels pliable. This up here, even though I stretched it out, it still just feels really hard and stiff. Can you see that? Just really ramen noodle-y too and stiff. This is the Jello shot right up here. I said this about this Jello shot in a previous video as well, that it dries your hair in a ill-shapen way, and it's hard to get that shape out for me and my curls in the way that my curls draw up, because these here do draw up more than the back, and so if I can't get these to stretch out, I mean, it's just crazy. The other thing too is I didn't have any shine, so the lemongrass to me gives definitely more shine than this Jello shot. And yeah, so this is how it looks. I'm not gonna say much more than this. I'm gonna come back on day 3, hopefully have on some makeup. Hopefully this lasts 3 days. If it don't, I'll have a blur, but I'm gonna try to have it last 3 days, come back, let you see it, show you, tell you how I feel about it then, and look a little bit better. But I wasn't even gonna stretch it. I was kind of just like gonna throw all of this footage away and be done with it. But I was like, nope, I gotta show what I consider bad hair days too, you know. And I just, let me talk to you on day 3, so I'll be back. Okay guys, just wanted to come back and show you my 4th day hair. So I did not come back yesterday, but I came back today to show you 4th day hair. So this is pretty much it. I will say that it's not very shiny. It is getting duller by the day. I will also say that I still have a lot of frizz that I talked about when I first did my hair. And I will say that I had to moisturize my hair the 2nd day, the 3rd day. Today's the 4th day. I'm not even going to moisturize it. I'm just going to wash it today because it does feel very hard and kind of dry. It's so hard to tell because it's so hard and brittle that when you feel that hard, brittle, crunchy cast, it makes your hair feel dry, but then there's areas that feel like, well, is it really dry or is it just hard? It's just so hard to tell. But I will say that the Jello shot is, I believe, a harder hold than the lemongrass. So you guys know how hard that lemongrass is. The Jello shot to me is harder than that, in my opinion, or crunchier than that. That lemongrass I can soften up with a moisturizer like I do. If I feel like I need to soften up the cast and get more fluff to my hair, I can do that. The Jello shot is harder to do. So I did try to moisturize it the first day with the the Curl Origin moisturizer like I did the lemongrass one, and it still felt hard to fluff out. The third day, I moisturized it with my Camille Rose Curl Love, which you guys know that I love. It softened it a little bit more, so that's why it's kind of as big as it is. I put that on, then I got in the shower and tried to let the steam loosen it even more like I do. And I still had to try to take a pick, and I've been pulling on it and just kind of lifting it all day yesterday, just to try to give it a little bit of lift. It is, it's just very hard. This stuff on the top is just very hard. The stuff underneath where I did the lemongrass, it's a little bit softer, more pliable, you know, and this on the top, which is the Jello shot, is harder. So what I am going to say is the Jello shot to me is not a bad gel in where it flakes or it doesn't hold, or you know, things like that would make it a bad gel. It doesn't mix with this or that, you know. It's not that. It is a very good gel in the fact that it does what it say it's going to do. It does give you the hold that you need. If you are someone who likes a hold, a hard, crunchy hold, and you like to wear your, I'm sorry, I keep looking up here, but you like to wear your wash and go 7 days or more, the Jello shot may be for you. But just know it's going to be crunchy and crusty. You're going to hear the crunch when you touch your hair. That's what I get from it. If you are someone who don't like that, the Jello shot probably will not be for you. If I had to choose between the lemongrass and the Jello shot, I would choose the lemongrass. One, to me, it is cheaper per ounce. To me, it gives you that strong hold, but it's easier to fluff out. I mean, I can pick my roots with that, and I feel like I am tearing my hair out. I think that it mixes with a lot of stuff as well. It gives you a shine that the Jello shot did not give me. With that lemongrass, I get a great shine on my hair, and it mixes with a lot of stuff. So I would choose that one over this one. But again, this one is not bad. It's just not for me. I probably will not repurchase it. Plus, I have so much lemongrass gel that I'll just use it if I need a really strong hold gel. I'm not going to spend the money on the Jello shot. So that's just me, but this is my hair. Just wanted to come back and let you guys see it. As you can see, I mean, these are just pieces and that are just clumped and straight and not, and when I try to pull them apart, when I try to separate this, I can just hear my hair just ripping, and it's hard to separate. And I am one who likes to go in and separate my clumps. I like my hair clumped, but as the days go on, I like to separate the clumps so my hair gets bigger and fluffier, and it just moves and it feels good when I touch it, and I can just fluff it up. I'm scared to separate these clumps because they are so stuck together, and you can just hear when you're pulling your clumps apart, and I'm just like, nah, it ain't for me. But a lot of ladies love it, and again, maybe I use too much, I don't know. I've tried it 4 different times now, and I pretty much feel the same every time. I think the best one was when I put the Unky Funky's daughter underneath it. It was softer with that one, but I still didn't get a lot of shine and stuff like that. So anyway, if you want someone else's opinion who loves the gel, then I would say check out A Love for Me's video. She swears by the Jello shot. I would check out What the Kink's video. She has talked about the Jello shot and how she likes it. They both are type 4 girls. They have different type 4 hair, that's for sure. Their textures and everything are totally different. So maybe one of those will work for you. And they go into a little bit more detail about the gel as well, how many times they used it, the different ways that they use it, and what works best for them. So maybe you can get something out of their video. But for me, it's not for me, and I'm not going to purchase it again. So yeah, just wanted to come on and say that, and I'm not putting on makeup and getting all dressed to tell you guys that because I'm getting ready to wash my hair. So anyway, hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.